Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the FrostBytez Gaming Experience, part 35 of the Pokemon Emerald walkthrough, where I'm not going to lie to you guys, I literally just got off of work. I smell like garbage, it's really hot outside, I've barely even eaten recently, and I completely just remembered, oh my god, I still have audio that I need to do for today's part. So, you're just getting this one completely out of nowhere with no prior prep or anything like that. Now, I cannot make it sound like, you know, I put so much prep into a lot of these post-commentary walkthrough parts and whatnot, but I tend to at least try and get a little bit prepped for them. But in this case, nope, I'm just coming right on home and just being like, all right, let's just get right down to it, let's go. But with that said, we actually start off by first backtracking to Moss Deep City to do something I forgot to do. So when you're here in Fortree City, you talk to this gentleman and his Wingull sends a letter and we don't know where. Well, it turns out that Wingull goes all the way to Moss Deep City, and if you go inside the house that I went into and talk to the Wingull, it flies all the way back to Fortree City. If you talk to the girl that the Wingull was at, basically makes a statement that, hey, me and my boyfriend live so far away, this is really the only way that we have a means of keeping in contact with each other is with the Wingull. And then you head on back to Fortree City, talk to the gentleman that has the Wingull, says something about having like some kind of herb, a medical herb or something like that, I think is what it's called, on him. And he's like, yeah, I'm not a trainer, I don't need it, here you go. And the medical herb is a one-time use that gets rid of infatuation, which would be, I mean, it's decent. Obviously, us having the flute is a lot better because then we can use it numerous times. But it's good to have a consumable one if you are going into a matchup where you do know they are going to be using the move Attract on you and can instantly snap out of infatuation without having to use a turn in order to snap out of it. We then headed on over to Slateport City to talk to Captain Stern, give him the scanner in order to get a deep sea scale, or what was it, a deep sea scale and deep tooth scale, something like that. I don't know. And I believe they're also like the fossils. You can utilize them to get yourself a water fossil type Pokemon or something like that. Don't exactly know. I just come on this show to tell you guys what's going on and all of that. Sponsored by Fanta, but not really sponsored by Fanta. I just really want to drink a Fanta because it's so hot outside. Oh, goodness. Anyways, yeah, this is going to be the most unprofessional thing I've done in a long-ass time. But again, when compared to the way I normally do my post-commentaries, I'm pretty sure it's going to sound just like every other post-commentary part that I ever do. I got to tell you guys, every single time I get away from post-commentary, I kind of forget what it is about the post-commentary that I don't really like so much. And every single time I come back to it, I'm slowly remembered of what it was. You know, last year when I was doing Generation 1 of Pokemon, you know, you start to hit a bit of a stride where it's like, it's just, you're kind of on autopilot. And it's just not as fun anymore. And then you go away from it for a while, and then you're like, oh, it wasn't really that bad. And now that we're sitting here on part 35 or so, yeah, I can easily tell you guys, it does start to wear thin really quick after a while. Basically, I'm really looking forward to this being done and sticking to, you know, live Let's Play commentary from here on out, because this is basically the last walkthrough style Pokemon game I'm going to be doing, because Gens 4 onward are games that I've really never played before, so I can't really do them as a walkthrough because I don't know them as much and would much rather just play them for the first time ever for the channel. Minus Black 2 and White 2, which I have played, but even then, I'd still much rather do that one as a normal Let's Play instead of a full-on find everything walkthrough. I just want to stick with live commentary, you know? Makes it a lot easier for me. Especially with the fact that things might be changing here relatively soon in the future. Now, I don't really go too much talking about what goes on in my own personal life. I prefer to keep that, you know, personal, but I like to keep you guys in the know of what's going on every now and then. Just because, mostly if it affects the channel. And what's going on very well could affect the channel. Not 100% sure on this, but, you know, there are chances of me, well, not even chances. I am going to be getting myself a new job. As far as when, that's completely up in the air. It seems like I might have a new job that I'll be going into, hopefully relatively soon, but it's not 100% sure yet, and I don't like to do things unless I know it's 100% sure. But even then, by about October, or so, I should be having and hell, actually, I should also state that not even just a new job, but even with my current job, within about the next week, I'm going to be getting a whole new schedule. So it's going to be a little bit crazy. The thing is, depending on what either if I get a new job or just get a new schedule, I'm not going to say a whole lot of things are going to be changing on YouTube, but maybe some things might be changing. I don't know. Again, I'll be looking to do more live commentary stuff. No, you know, everything Pokemon from here on out is going to be live, playing commentary, all that stuff. Even the end of Emerald, when I do the Battlefront City or whatever hell it's called, that's all going to be done live for fun and all that. But I'm going to be looking to doing more games in general live, just because of the fact that it's a lot easier, and because with these new changes, it's not going to be as easy for me to do a game and then post commentary for it and so on and so forth and all that. And I might not even be able to pre-play games ahead of time like I was hoping to do. There's a lot of times I may have to just dive in and just do it in order to keep getting episodes out Monday through Friday, because I still want to try and stick to that schedule as best as possible. But the thing is, if I am possibly going to be getting a new job, this one particular job that I'm looking at, it's going to actually require me to travel quite frequently, and I am not set up to do any type of uploading when away from my computer. So just a bit of a heads up, I'm not exactly sure what's going to be going on, but I may have to take about a couple weeks off of uploading. Now, hopefully that's not going to happen. Hopefully I'll be able to find ways around it with the free time that I have to get everything set up to where it uploads throughout the week, because I've been uploading on YouTube on a day-by-day basis, basically. I try and get everything recorded weeks in advance, and at first I would try and get everything rendered 1 week in advance, but I kind of lost track of that, especially when doing something like this, where it's like I'm trying to get it done on a day-to-day basis. So I upload, you know, the day that the video drops is the same day that I uploaded it. I don't upload all of these like on Sunday and then they drop Monday through Friday. No, if I, you know, set it to, you know, I'm gonna upload it onto Monday for it to come out on Monday. You know, that's kind of the way it is, you know, that's the way I've been doing it for a while now. Right now it's Tuesday. That's when I'm uploading my Pokemon, except for, you know, I completely forgot that I had to do the audio for it and all that stuff. But, you know, I might have to look to start doing it that way, where I upload it one day and then it posts Monday through Friday. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot I got to get figured out here, along with the fact that I still got to get a new computer at some point. But hopefully if I do get this new job, I will be able to get a new computer much sooner than anticipated. So we'll see. But kind of just giving you guys a quick little heads up. And if it does happen, I'll make a whole entire, you know, a really quick video on it, on like a quick update. But giving you guys a bit of a heads up, you know, within about the next couple weeks or so, I may have to take a couple weeks off of YouTube to get some stuff figured out. You know, because it's something I'd still like to do if at all possible. You know, I'd hate to like just drop YouTube entirely, because this has been just something that's really fun for me to do, and I know that there are some people out there that do enjoy it. So hopefully it doesn't have to come to that. We'll see. I don't know. I can't really know what's going to be going on in my life, you know, a year from now, 2 years from now. Obviously YouTube's not something I'm going to be doing forever, but I'd still like to do it a little bit longer. You know, I'm just about doing YouTube for about 10 years within 2 years, I believe, actually. No, I think it's a year and a half. I think a year and a half from now, I believe it's February 2021 would have been when I did my first ever upload on YouTube for this channel, back when I was still in my college days, and it was really horrible. And I actually plan on rewatching, not the whole entire series, but the first episode, and just seeing how god-awful it is. I've been holding myself off of actually watching it. I've been wanting to see it for a while. Oh, by the way, we got Flygon. I thought Flygon was the level 50 Pokemon that we got, but nope, level 45, so much easier. You know, talking a little bit of what's actually going on in the video. But yeah, no, I've been holding myself back from watching the first episode I ever did, because I want to wait and do like a special, not a huge thing, but I just want to watch it and just give my thoughts on how god-awful I was back then. I might have to look at like the first part, or like just random parts of YouTube videos that I've done, and just bask in the cringe of what it used to be back in the day for me. I mean, not to say it's not cringe now, it's just, you know, I have a much better microphone, and it's a little bit easier for me to talk and play games at the same time, or talk about certain aspects of a game when it's post-commentary. But as people probably already know, the further it goes on in, the less I actually talk about what's going on in the game, and just talk about a whole bunch of other random stuff, like I'm doing right now, because by God, I really dislike doing post-commentary at this point. And I'm so far into Emerald that it's like I could take a break like I have before, but I kind of don't. I kind of just want to, you know, like a band-aid, rip it right off. Let's just try and finish up Emerald as soon as possible. I don't think I'm going to get it done for at least another 15, 20 parts or so, post-commentary wise anyways. Well, that's not true. Maybe I might be able to get, because we're actually really close. We're only one gym leader away. It's just that before then, everything else we have to do does take a while. We're doing Route 126 right now. We have all of Route 127 to go through, and Route 128, which, I'll be honest, guys, I'm not looking forward to that. Biggest reason why is because so much of the ocean looks the same. You know, Route 126 isn't nearly as bad because the majority of the items that I get, you dive in to get it, and it's mostly in one circular area. But Route 127, 128 is different. It's like it all looks the same. I don't know which points I'm supposed to dive in and which points I'm not supposed to dive in to get certain items and whatnot. Those are going to be a big pain in the ass for me to do, and I'm not looking forward to doing them. But once those are done, and then I do the whole entire thing with Kyogre and Groudon and Rayquaza and all that stuff. I know it's technically Rayquaza, but I like Rayquaza better. Shut up. But after all of that, then we have the last gym leader to go against, so we do the Elite Four. And then some extra stuff after that. There are some areas that open up, you know. But then once that's done, that'll probably be, yeah, roughly about 15 parts, I want to say. Maybe not as many as 20, but probably another 15 parts or so, which, oh my God, that makes me realize I'm going to be doing this for about another 2 months, and then I can finally get to the Battle Frontier City and all that stuff. But I think it'll be worth it at the end of the day. Again, I'm just mostly looking to get back to doing nothing but live Let's Play commentary and all that, because let me tell you, I'm currently right now doing Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2, and that has just been a blast going into. The first game, not so much. You know, that game was A-okay, but not exactly the greatest. But Legacy of Goku 2, I gotta tell you, that has been one hell of a fun journey for me to do, because I never got that far in that game as a kid. And, you know, doing it for the hell of it right now has just been absolutely amazing. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. I don't really have too many plans of what to do once this is over. I do want to finish up Secret of Evermore now that I know how to get through that one particular maze that really ticked me off. I heard that it's not much else to do outside of that once I finish that up, so I'll be able to get that done. And then, I don't know, we'll kind of see how it goes. Hopefully by then I'll have a new computer and I'm able to do other games, but we'll see how it goes. But with that, we are still on Route 126. That's really all this part is Route 126, getting all the hidden items and whatnot. But there are still Pokemon that we can go against, and a lot of them are going to sound very familiar. If you are surfing on Route 126, you have a 60% chance to run into a Tentacle with a 35% chance it's a Wingull, and 5% chance it is a Pelipper. If you are fishing on Route number 126, it is a 30% chance for a Tentacle with a 70% chance for a Magikarp with the Old Rod. Good Rod gives you a 20% chance for a Tentacle with a 60% chance for a Magikarp, and 20% chance for a Whalmer. And with the Super Rod, you have a 40% chance for a Sharpedo with a 60% chance with the Whalmer. And if you use the ability Dive in the Seaweed, you have a 30% chance for a Chinchou, 65% chance for a Clamperl, I almost said Clampert, Clamperl, and a 5% chance for a Relincanth. Which I believe those stats are the exact same as Route 124. And if you're wondering where Route 125 is, we'll get to that later. I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. We are getting close to wrapping up this video, though. As you saw, majority of the items, in fact, all the items that you get on Route 126, minus the green scale that you have to get to by going through Route 124. So technically, it's a Route 124 item, but you are in Route 126 when you get it. So that's kind of why I waited to do it. But anyways, other than getting the green shard, everything else you get basically underwater, and they're easy to spot. You have that one area where, you know, the seaweed's cut off in one little square. Duh, there's going to be something there. And the rest just have those dark little circles that are easy to see. But again, it's all within that big circle area that you can actually dive into. So it's not like you have to find a specific area to go to, dive there to get it, and then dive back up and go to the next specific area. It's all within that one circle. The only thing outside of that is once you're in that circle, you're going to go through an area where there's like a small little bridge where it's dark that I'll be showcasing right here. We're in the northern section of it, past where the rocks are. The only way to get to there is by going through this little dark bridge that goes underneath the rock path that blocks us, and then just surfacing from that area there. That's the only other thing you have to really think about, because then you go against that one trainer and get the other 3 hidden items. But everything else is just within this one circle. And then after that, we're going to be heading into, I believe it's a Suitopolis City or something like that. I don't know. It's something that's within a volcano, but you know, we're not really going to be doing too much in this area just yet, because that's going to be part of the next part, along with Route 127, 128, Kill Me Now. I am not looking forward to doing any of those, but doesn't matter because it's got to be done at one point or another. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your evenings, and we'll catch you all on the next part.